welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 5 of Desert Brutality 2022, Questionable Ethics. Alright, it's a new day, new stages to shoot, very excited to get started here. So on Stage 5, what did we have to do? Well, you started out right in front of a swinging bridge, and it's kind of more of a jiggly platform than a real bridge. Might even want to call it a jiggulator. Anyways, you stepped onto this thing. The moment you did, it starts swinging, so any chance of A, sure footing, and B, a stable sight picture, gone. And you had 3 clays you had to hit, just regular sporting clays, you know, about this big and orange, out there in the berms. And then once you got 3 hits on that, you safed the rifle, ditched it, somehow managed to get off the jiggulator, grab a sandbag that was roughly in the 50-60 pound range, and then take it to the next squad bay with you. You get over to that bay, and you have a barrier in front of you and a Polish plate rack. Polish plate rack, what's that? Well, it's a bar, it's got 8 plates on it and some weights, and then once you start shooting, you knock a plate off, it'll start to spin, and then a weight will fall off and it'll start to spin, the other weight will fall off and it'll start spinning the other way faster, and then you got to manage to knock all 8 plates off. Well, in this bay, in addition to just knocking the plates off, each plate had to be knocked off from a different position around the barricade. So you knocked off the left side, then under, then the right side. And you kept repeating that until you knocked off all the plates. Then you recovered your sandbag, went to the 3rd bay, and there was a target array downrange of different size squares and IPSC size targets. And just approach the barricade, once again, ditch your sandbag, and clean the array, 4 hits from the left, clean the array, 4 hits from the underside, clean the array, 4 hits from the right side, and then you were done, and all you had to do is get it done in 240 seconds. Sounds easy, tougher than it looks. Let's see how it went for me.
Stand by.
Alright, as soon as you step onto this jiggulating bridge here, it's moving all around, as you notice. So, steady sight picture, that's not an option. And the fact that I hadn't cocked the rifle before I started aiming, that didn't help me at all either. But as you see here from the GoPro view, that it's moving all over the place. It's a lot harder than it looks. Now I had planned when I got my last hit here that I would ditch the rifle and then just step off the front of the bridge. That's my plan. However, like all things, no plan survives contact with the enemy, and I get this final hit and clear the rifle,
Show clear.
ditch it, and then proceed to walk off the back of the bridge looking like a 2-year-old child just learning how to crawl. But anyways, got that sandbag. When it helped out on the RO match, I'd moved that bag back a lot and forth and figured out real quick that riding across your shoulders was the easiest way to not only carry it, but as you can see, ditch it pretty quickly. Now you had 8 plates you had to knock off here, and there were times when you'd hit a shot and it would start spinning that extra plates would come off, and whatever extra plates fell off, they had a static plate off to the right side of the bay that you had to engage. I'm shooting entirely too slow. Actually, I'm shooting just fine of a pace. I'm missing entirely too much. And that's just eating up time here on this part of the stage. Now I collect up the last plate. If I could ever hit the dang thing, because, you know, I'm just taking my time on it. Then it's just going for the static side plate there. Once I clear another malfunction with that mag. It seems like Magpul Glock mags do not like the cold in the morning. But I go ahead and I get these static plate hits, making up for the plates that fell off without getting hit off the Polish plate rack. Show clear, get that sandbag, and get the heck over to the next bay. Wish I was moving a little bit faster here, but like for the 2 days or 3 days prior to this, I've been running the match several times. Thursday I was helping with the RO match, helped RO a stage on Friday, ran my part of the match the day before, and now here I am on my 2nd stage of this day, and big fat out of shape me is feeling pretty sore right about now. Yeah, this first extreme position didn't get it, and as soon as I realized it wasn't, I just went prone. Figured better to get the hits quickly instead of, you know, trying to have a funky position. And that was, of course, the right answer, going prone, as you see, because the hits came quickly. And then kind of a quick, solid finish right here to the stage.
Unload and show clear, sir. Slide forward, hammer, holster. Range is clear. Time 19206.
19206.
All right, fairly solid run. But I came in about middle of the pack because I took entirely too long busting those clays up on that jiggling bridge. When I look at the scores, I see that didn't cause some people some problems, but it kind of kicked my butt. But that is what it is. It's why you go to brutality matches, so you encounter challenges you just don't encounter anywhere else. Now, let's go take a look at my friend Matt's run and see how he did, because he encountered some problems with his pistol.
Yep. Just as an FYI, actually, hold on, let me sight in first.
Sure.
My red dot is being a bitch, so you're gonna see me having to fuck with it. So that's all it is. It's just, it's like every
those
third.
backup irons will do you good.
All right, here's where Matt's adventure begins. Now, we probably roughly did about the same on the rifle. He probably actually did a little bit better than me. His hit came quick on that first one as compared to me. Second one, this is one of the things I don't like about clays, is you can see the hits through your magnifier, and if the RO doesn't see it, it doesn't count. And clays, a 223 bullet will just go through them like nothing and leave a 223 size hole instead of cleanly breaking them. So not an optimal target in my opinion. Matt made the same mistake I did. He intended to go off the front and then came off the back. Now, as Matt approaches here for shooting, go ahead and pay attention to what's going on.
Oh, fuck.
Right there, he's got a reactivated sight. It's turned itself off. And that's going to be a recurrent thing as you see him go through here. The sight's just fighting him. You know, he had a little problem with it in Finish Brutality, and we thought it was a battery issue.
Oh, this thing's falling apart.
But new batteries in it, that definitely isn't the case, and it's just every couple shots, it's just turning itself off. So, like I said, he plans to replace this sight. Yeah, and before everybody goes bashing on Hollow Sun, there was years of good service since like 2018 time frame, years of good service in a lot of brutality matches. So Matt was already making the decision that he was probably going to replace this sight due to the fact that just to replace the battery, you have to completely dismount it from the slide, whereas the newer versions have a battery tray. So the fact that this is happening is just more reinforcement to a decision that was already made.
Next.
Yeah, it turned out later on just some simple PMCS, just I guess temperature combined with some grime that the pistol picked up from the day before, and the fact that Matt hadn't cleaned it since Finish Brutality, all kind of just struck at the worst time, because things only go wrong when you're on the clock.
Next. You're gonna owe one afterwards.
Thank you.
One on static.
And then over to the static, because unlike on my round where 3 plates fell off while it was spinning, on Matt's run only 1 fell off.
Hit. Show clear. Clear.
That's one of the problems with a match. If you have anything that moves, you have the potential for it to break. It's just fact of life, and the RO's adapted to the problem pretty readily and in good order.
How's my time?
Last round fired 190.
You got it, Smack.
Hit.
Again, that sight giving a little bit of trouble. Okay, giving a lot of trouble. And then combine it with a gun being cranky, and that's definitely enough to get inside your head for sure. But Matt made the right decision here, going straight to the prone, and as you can see, he's getting his hits pretty quick.
Hit! Hit! Right side. 2, 3, 4.
And he's got just a little bit of time here.
Time. Finish, unload, and show
And
clear.
par. So unfortunately, collected up 3 penalties there. That
Considering
are worth 60
fighting through what I was
seconds
fighting
each.
through,
Yeah.
that was not bad.
No, dude, do not be embarrassed by that at all.
Yeah, as you can see there, Matt had some bad luck, and it basically came down to his sight. He's got one of the very first generations of hollow suns that would go on a pistol, and it's been working pretty good. Gave him a little trouble in finish brutality, but whatever's going on with the circuits inside that thing, it's kind of reached the end of its life. Because about every third shot, it was saying, nope, I'm going to turn myself off. So you see his thumb going up and turning it back on. And when you got that in your mind, brain housing group, that, oh, I'm trying to shoot, but I'm worried about my electronics working, you're not applying the fundamentals correctly. I totally got sympathy for the guy because he had a lot going on, a lot worrying about there, and he really wasn't able to give himself 100% over to the fundamentals, which would have served him well on these targets. So he ended up taking some par out and some penalties here. But Matt's already made the decision that he's going to replace that sight. He was going to anyways because he did not like the fact that it had to come off the gun to replace the battery. And he was going to get a newer version. Now, with these electronic failures, he's got all the motivation in the world before the next Brutality match to get that problem rectified. We hope you're enjoying this coverage of Desert Brutality 2022. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 6.